Welcome back to Stamping at the Warren. I'm Kim Tolton, and today I'm going to share with you this little zigzag card with a little calendar on the front and a thank you, which I think is a super little stocking filler or just a basic card for somebody, and it's made just from a single sheet of A4 cardstock. And there is nowhere for it to be stuck down or anything, because we're actually using the trio or the triple corner punch that's in the current seasonal catalogue to create both these decal corners and also the little ribbon hole here. And it's really super quick and simple to make. This would be a fabulous teacher gift for Christmas. So consider that, keep that in mind, because children would really truly be able to do this very, very easily. Now I've already trimmed a piece of soft sky cardstock to 30 centimetres by 10.5 centimetres. And I know that is 12 inches long, but I don't know what that converts into the width there. That would take too much for the old grey matter this morning. Right, so with your scoring board metric plate in place, make sure that your cardstock is butted right up against this border here and this one here. Otherwise you'll get wonky lines and then things won't match up. So just 3 score lines. You're scoring at 13 centimetres, 15 centimetres and 17 centimetres, and that's all the scoring done. So you can put your scoring board away, and as usual mine will probably go clatter clatter clatter. Oh no, behaving itself today. Right, the next job is to do the actual decal on the corners. So I am using this punch here. So you have a different pressure point. Can you see that? So for the ribbon you press at the front. For this side you press here. For this side you press here. So there is 3 separate punches, but all on the same controller. So just do your corners, so get this in right on the right angle, butted up properly, make sure I'm in the right place. And there you go. So like that, can you see it goes through here? You can see the picture here, so you know that's where it is, and that represents where that piece of cardstock is, and you press in the middle or to the front. So it's kind of a combination of front and middle. I'm going to go back and do that one because I'm not, just crisp it up a bit. That's better. So again, in through here, so it's going through this piece here, and there's a guide, so you make sure you get it in at a good right angle. No, not done it, see? It's because it's quite a long piece of card. That's it, you can hear if it does it properly. And then your last corner is here. That goes in. Nice punch. You can hear the difference, you know you've got it right because it comes through nice and crisp. What I did find was when I first got mine, it was really stiff, and I really struggled with it, particularly as I have arthritis in my hands. But the more I've used it, the more supple the punch has become and the easier it is to use. Right, so the next step, with your right side facing you, is a bit of stamping, and I'm going to use the Perpetual Birthday Calendar, and I'm using this lovely flower stamp here, and I'm using mint macaron. So this is soft sky cardstock, and we're going with mint macaron ink. And you'll see what I mean when I say, you know, kiddies will be very happy to play doing this, because there's no real rights and wrongs. Now I tend to go round my corners to start off with, and you want to stamp probably twice before re-inking, and just rotate your stamp a bit as you're going round as well, just to create a less structured image, because it can be it doesn't give a particularly good finish to it if everything looks too symmetrical, which is an argument I'm always having with my husband, because he's a Libran and he likes everything to be balanced and equal. And he bought some new cushions, and he had them both on the same sofa, and I came in and took one off of one sofa and put it on the other sofa, and he didn't like it at all, to the point at which he went out and purchased another cushion but contrasting one to what he'd already got. Right, so again, same principle. So you just want to be turning your stamp, stamping twice, so you'll get one that's quite a defined stamp and one that is less defined. And that's about it. I think that's a little bit on a corner there. Sometimes you miss out edge areas. I do like the edges to be looking nice. There you go. So that's that bit of stamping. And your next job is to fold these folds. So you've got 1, 2, 3 score lines there. So one, and just burnish those folds with your bone folder, and then you're coming back on yourself. So you're basically doing mountain and valley folds, or Z fold, because it is a Z shape. So you should end up with dates like that. 1, 2, 3, and they fold in on themselves, and then you end up with that. So 2 equal sides. Now, holding these together like this, what you want to do is bring in your triple punch again, and you're going to use this ribbon punch here. So you want to get your cardstock fairly even, so it's central in the middle of your cardstock, and punch. And that's gone through 2 layers of cardstock really easily. And there's your little ribbon opener. The next thing I did was put the little calendar on, and for this I just use a bit of Tombow. So just on the back one, which would be December. Pop it on the front here. This is the sort of thing I remember making when I was a kid at school as gifts for our parents. And the reason I'm doing it all a bit backwards here is to make sure that I get my stamp at the top nice and centrally, so the whole thing looks nice and balanced. And then using basic black, the archival ink pad, and I'm using this because obviously the calendar is in black, so I just want to ink up my stamp, place it nice and evenly on the top there, and stamp. I think that's beautiful, and that particular stamp comes from the One Big Meaning stamp set. A lovely stamp set, really nice. I use it an awful lot, that particular one, for customer cards and just general thank you cards, and they always go out well when I make them for craft fairs when you use this stamp, because it's just such a pretty stamp. So that's that bit. All that remains is a piece of organza ribbon. You can use whichever you like. I've gone for Whisper White here. There will be a full blog post corresponding to this along on my blog at www.stampingatthewarren.blogspot.co.uk. Now, my example before, I used linen thread to tie that, and I've just realised my linen thread is over the way there, so I'm actually going to use a piece of silver cording trim as it is close at hand. Tie it off. I hope you've all got your Christmas jumpers ready. And we'll just trim that back a little bit. I like that bit there, but I think we'll trim that bit back a bit and just trim these so they've got a little bit of a finish to them. There you are. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. Super fast, super easy, and so simple for children to do, just with a little bit of guidance. If you're making them in bulk, then obviously cut all your cardstock, then do all your stamping. This is exactly what I was doing last night, because these are all going out to customers. So I did all the cardstock, then I did all the stamping for the background, then I put on all the calendars, then I did my thank you stamp, and then I did my ribbon tie, and it's so much easier doing it as piecework. And these stand up really beautifully and should last a whole year. The cardstock is nice and thick, so it just stands up and holds its own. So that's today. As always, you will find the link to my blog post down underneath today's video, along with the details of my social media account, so you can follow me or keep in contact, or just follow my community board on Pinterest. And so long as you start following it and I check out that you're a crafter, I will add you to the board. It doesn't have to be Stampin' Up stuff at all. I just want a community board where we just all enjoy sharing, because I think that's largely what it's all about. And I'll see you tomorrow for another blog post. Ta-ta for now.